Okay, good morning. It is June 24th. This is going to be our little news update for this channel. This is going to be a good video, better than most of them, because I'm going to give you a lot of information that you're definitely going to want to know, okay? First of all, I want to talk to you about energy assistance, okay? You guys with power bills, you know, it costs money to do that, and a lot of you are just not taking advantage of the discounts you can really get with that stuff, up to 50%, and in some cases, almost all of it, okay? So you're just paying your normal power bill, and you're just accepting that bill for what it is, and it's part of the reason why it's draining your income. Okay, look, almost anybody here watching my videos is struggling with money, and that's just a reality. So today I'm going to list how you would get that energy assistance. Okay, what you would need to prove, and then you would be able to probably take that money that you would normally spend on your power bill, put it back in your pocket, and do other things. Okay, look, this information has been around for quite some time, but the problem is a lot of these organizations have these lofty heights they'd like you to meet. First you got to get in a program, then you got to apply, and then they keep their little secret list of all these different things that are absolutely free to start with as a secret. So only after you pass through their little regime of things are you able to even get this stuff. And so, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking that little list they like to keep in their drawer in their office and only use for selected people. And I'm going to take it, I'm going to publish it on my website, and I'm going to put it into it. At least for those of you that watch my videos, I'd give you the same access to the stuff and then explain what these resources are. Because I find this to be the most disenfranchising thing I've ever seen, that these organizations, religious organizations, homeless organizations, are keeping this stuff, just for their private clients, only the people they want to deal with and stuff like that. Well, I'm going to terminate that when it comes to people that are coming to me for help, because that is just the most absurd thing that I have seen in all of these programs that go around doing this stuff, okay? Quick explanation about the energy program. Obviously, it's going to pay a big portion of your bill, and it's going to help restore a little bit of your financial security by getting it. I'm going to list all 50 states with exact detail who you reach out to. As long as you follow the procedures of evidence that proof that they're going to want, then you should be able to have some pretty immediate relief from that. Okay. This is the top of the top, which means it is funded by the federal government. There's no games with that. This is not one of these little schemes on YouTube where you go to some company and get discount energy. Okay, that's all a game. That's all a hustle. This is from the federal government, so it is guaranteed. All right. So what I'm going to do today, I think around noon, I'm going to publish the video, and then I'm going to give you the website address, and then you can take all the information and visit and call for your specific state. Look it up by your state, and then start the process to start getting your electricity discounted, okay? So you don't have to deal with all the big bills. Look, if you guys are receiving food stamps, HUD housing, if you're homeless, whatever, you're the perfect candidate for this stuff. So as I said, all these organizations that are trying to keep it a little bit of a secret and hide the list, when the shit should be posted on the front of the building to start with, not on a list in their drawer, okay? The second thing I want to talk to you about, is a lot of you guys, we talk about the continuum of care, and we talk about HUD housing, okay? Where do you think that most of these people that are leasing these homes get these homes from, okay? They have a mortgage, right? And they buy these homes. There's one thing I'm going to tell you. There are 4 programs out there that would allow you to buy one of these homes, okay? And I'm talking about people with with virtually no credit score, a 500. We're talking about no down payments. So there's at least 4 federally funded programs that would virtually let a person that worked at Taco Bell get a home, okay? Don't misunderstand me. So the process is not completely simple, okay? But it's perfectly available, okay? So what I'm saying is, you put the effort in to go and talk with the people that you need to talk to in order to do this, and then the result would be you getting that home with no down payment and a very low, actually less rent than you're paying to sit there and pay some slumlord, okay, for his home. Because what he's doing, he's buying his houses at auction, getting it 50% off with a 0 mortgage, and a low note, and you're paying his note for him while you're following all the rules. that have to be, implied. So instead of doing all this HUD stuff that we're discussing to help you, when you're ready to get to that stage, you can do that. Look, guys, you've spent too much time being disenfranchised by people in the news. Okay, I'm low income. I don't deserve a home. No, I'd have to have a normal life with no problems. Well, you're absolutely wrong about that. You can have a not normal life with virtually no income and have lots of problems and still own a home. The few that have figured out are probably the few that have figured it out are probably have relatives that are real estate agents that know this stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expose these different federal programs to you, and you can start to process. Now, I'm not saying that even if you can get a home with virtually no credit, no down payment, and a low note, I'm not saying there isn't a little bit of a process. You're going to have to save up a few dollars to get your inspection, but I mean, and you're going to have to actually find, a home where it's going to be sufficient in order to get an inspection. But I mean, if you're going to put all this effort and energy into being part of a HUD program, following all the rules, and then coming up with all the evidence, why are we not working towards a secondary goal of getting you into your own home, so you can just pay the little mortgage they're asking for? So you go through all this to get a discount through HUD, where you're paying a couple $100. Well, you add another $200 to that, and you own your own home. When you own your own home, you can rent as many rooms as you want, and so you can actually flip your own income from there. I know a lot of low-income people that have bought a home and then lease all the rooms of their family. So now they're generating $1,500 in extra income from leasing the different rooms in their home, and the home is being paid for itself. So, we've got to get people, we got to get a lot of you guys out of that mindset that you don't deserve things, that it's not available to you. And let me tell you something about me. If you want to understand if I'm qualified to even have this conversation, whether or not I know what I'm talking about, I spent a decade out on these streets, okay? Nobody died and I inherited a bunch of money to get off of it, okay? I was literally out there for a decade, out in parks, bench, homeless shelters, whatever. I crossed about 20 states, lived in about 7 cities. I worked the system all the way through all 7 cities, okay? You're not going to find many people that know it as well as I know it, okay? And I know it very well, and I know what's possible. You see where I'm sitting right now? Where do you think I got this house? So anyways, yeah, I'm more than qualified to tell you these things, and I can tell you, there's a lot of people out here that want to make YouTube videos about these loan programs on here and all that. All those different videos are usually wrapped around a scheme, okay? The goal is to get you involved in some kind of scheme. This has to do with the federal government and their programs and what they do. So it's very clear and upfront, okay? So the only two people that are going to benefit is the U.S. government and you, okay? It has nothing to do with dealing with shady real estate agents or shady brokers, loan brokers, and buy my ugly house today kind of stuff, okay? That's not at all what I'm trying to tell you to do. There are about 4 safe ways to do it. And today, in a later video, we're going to go over those things, and I'm going to try to encourage you folks to start investigating what you need to do, okay, in order to start working towards that goal. Look, a 500 credit score is about as bad as it gets, and it's typically what a lot of low-income people have. You can get a home, okay? You really can. I mean, you're really just spending your life, even if you intend on being low income your entire life, man, you have got to step it up to a home, and stop leasing HUD homes where you're being dictated rules like you're a child and all this stuff. You got to step it up to the next part of this. And so I just want to be able to enable that. So enable you to do that, and by watching the videos, obviously, we go over what happens, and then you can warm up to it, get comfortable, start doing a little bit of research on your own, and then start working towards that. Because there's no inspiration or goal ending with HUD. It's always going to be something that's going to be underfunded, hard to get, and it's never always guaranteed for a lifetime. So at some point in your life, you're going to have to move on to bigger things, even if you never intend on making more money, okay? So with that being said, we're going to do the energy today. We're going to talk about different ways that you can get into a home, work towards that goal, okay? And then I think that will cover everything that I'm going to be issuing today. The energy video about power discounts will be at noon, and then I've got a surprise 3 o'clock video, and then at 6 p.m. we're going to talk about homes, okay? All right, I thank you for your time. Bye.